Hey guys, have great news. You see that wireless microphone on my shirt that should be giving me amazing crisp audio? You'll see throughout this video that it's on, it's recording, but the thing you won't see is when I lost it. So the audio on this video is going to suck, just like every single one of my videos. But here's the good news. DJI says if you click the subscribe button, I can go check out their DJI microphone on their stores page and spend some money to buy myself a new one.
This block stock content is really unlike anything I've ever done, and it's not the most common thing I've ever done. This is why I found a cameraman who is unidentified from previous videos, and he's gonna react to this, okay? I was looking for something in my closet, and I found a bag near the back. It's not a very deep closet, and I have a real script, which I'm gonna be reading because I didn't memorize it. And when something's near the back, it totally means that it's been used a lot less than anything else. As soon as I picked it up, I knew what it was and why it was there. This is a story of the Hubsan Zeno Mini Pro. The year is 2021, specifically it's July 2021. As a member of the FAA safety team, I find myself fielding more and more questions about the FPV since the DJI FPV has come out this year in January, and people are itching to get out of the houses for some reason I definitely can't understand. We're volunteers, but we're also members of the community, and being able to provide information about regulation and technical information is important to all of us. We're also not made of money, and we don't get anything from the manufacturer. So if you think there's some free drones, keep dreaming, because there's no way we're getting anything. So I'm shopping for my first FPV drone. As I'm going through the completely foreign field of language that looks like it could be some foreign language like analog, ELRS, and all that stuff, I find the Hubsan Zeno Mini Pro. And it's basically a product for me. At this time, I owned two products, the Mini 2 and the Skydio 2, which you have seen on this channel, but there's a drone missing right in the middle. So even obstacle avoidance, I can also fly at night. 249 grams, 3-way obstacle avoidance, 1 over 1/3 inch sensor with a quad layer 40 megapixel, giving you the best of the Air 2S and the Air 2. But the cherry on top, you get 4 batteries with the charger and the drone for $700. You can buy 2 of the Air 2S for the cost of this and still have $100 to spend on something else. This is called the high point. It's what happens when you're at the roller coaster, like right about to fall, okay? At the highest point, right? Okay, I give them my money. The delivery date arrives, the product arrives, and it all goes to hell right away. Starting from the pettiest thing, their propellers have a metal rod that goes all the way to the bottom. So if you ever bought any mini-style propellers, you can't use them on this. You have to use their special propellers, and when they stop making propellers, you have no drone, and you're done. But that's not even the biggest thing. We get zero issues, like gimbal gel, obstacle avoidance only offering brake versus bypass, and it requires you to install some random software to calibrate it out of the box because it didn't come calibrated from the factory. To top it all off, 2 of my 2 hated things on a drone. Clicking certain features on the UI says the feature is not available and to wait for updates, and the biggest anti-feature of a drone. This is called a camera drone. It should be able to function as a camera without it being a drone. And yes, this means use Skydio. You can take your launch button and stick it right up your drone, right where I have to plug it in to charge it, okay? Yes, wow. I cannot believe that DJI, a company that doesn't even speak English, understands this better than you and I assembled in America. Whatever, Hubsan, I don't care. This is called a drone, okay? So the roller coaster bottoms out, but there's still a ray of sunshine. The waypoint system actually works perfectly. I'm able to set waypoints right on the app, and although the minimum speed is 2.2 kilometers per second, this is how I'm actually able to come up with the Mini 2 hyperlapse that you saw in the Mini 2 hyperlapse video on the things that it could do better than the Mini 3 Pro. This is actually where this was prototyped, on this platform. Ultimately, December rolls around, Lychee launches for the Mini 2, and this drone ends up in the back of my closet because waypoints on the Mini 2 was far better than this. At some point down the line, I need a demo unit for demoing ADSB input, and I pick up an Air 2S, which pushes this all the way into the back of the closet, even further into the ether. So I pick up the Air 2S, and this drone falls down further into the closet. Sometime in 2022, DJI releases the Mini 3 Pro, but I decided to abstain from further purchases because of the SDK focus changes away from customer drones, so I end up getting this one. And honestly, what I wanted was a Mini 2 with obstacle avoidance with SDK support, and that product just doesn't exist in DJI land. Last Thursday, I find the hubs in the back of my closet and decide to unpack it, charge 3 of the 4 batteries because the 4th one is already dead, and see what happens. I go to the website, I see there's a new refined version, and it comes with vertical mode photos in the same package. I don't know if the firmware updates will work with the original, even support that option, but now I'm totally hyped to update this. This is called the high point of a roller coaster, and it's right before you come down on the roller coaster. Let's update this drone with the cameraman, and let's get flying.
Okay, first things first, after powering things up, the drone forces me to update the app. Not a bad idea, but I don't think anyone would ever accept DJI forcing you to update an app for a drone that already has support in DJI Fly. By the way, if you think the camera thing was a joke, here's the actual message about why they can't turn on the FPV. It's to keep power consumption down, and definitely isn't because the CPU is already idling at 43 degrees Celsius on the bottom right. Up next, you have the dialog for the firmware update that blocks the entire FPV view, and accidentally taking off seems to make the drone want to continuously come down, and the BPS sensors on the bottom didn't care that it was coming closer and closer to the ground until the drone crashed. Alright, fine, we'll update the firmware. Let's unplug from the controller, plug into the drone, and press the button. Button goes crazy and does nothing for over 10 minutes, and I eventually think to check the internet to see that mobile data is off, but the app can't tell you that because it's not something it can detect. Alright, I apply the update, get a confirmation prompt that it's applied, but after coming back, I get the same prompt. This happens sometimes, it's known as a bad flash, and has happened from day one, and no one cares to fix it. One compass calibration later, and we're off the ground. As soon as I touch the gimbal controls, the phone begins telling me that the gimbal's stuck, but that kind of check can't be done on the ground, and the drone starts drifting downwards until I land. I take off again and find myself having the same 2 issues, gimbal stuck and downward drifting uncontrollably. After 47 minutes, the cameraman is able to update the drone, and I am capable of flying it for a grand total of 2 minutes and 47 seconds. The final quote of the day: if you had started me flying drones with this instead of the DJI Mini 2, I would have said no thank you.
This is called the Mini 2. It has its own roller coaster of emotions, but it's pretty good to fly.